Well, it's been a little spell since I did a commentary on every MGTOW's dream woman, the goddess of the sexless, as we say. Old Pearl here. Some 2 million subscribers. Got that tall basketball figure, the red hair, and seems to be going without makeup lately. Maybe that's trying to prove a point, but somehow she has become the number one spokesman for these sort of men. She herself is unmarried, doesn't have a relationship that I'm aware of yet, is very qualified. I believe she's 29 or somewhere around that age. Anyhow, she's very qualified. Just today, you see here, the worst single mother crash out of all time she will be commentating on. Let's get into it.
What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we are going to be reacting to the worst single mother crash out of all time. We all know that sometimes people, they just got to crash out. But apparently, this single mom just cannot deal. So let's see what she's saying.
Currently crashing out.
The face alone, I'm sure. Look at that. Imagine you were walking down the street one day and you turn the corner. Whew! Right there in front of you is that staring at you. Now imagine you wake up to that every day.
Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan.
Yeah, so there's winners and losers in life and everything. Some people make a lot of money. Some people work really hard and make no money. Some people are just smarter than others when it comes to different areas of their life. And when it comes to love and relationships, there's women that take L's and women that take W's.
I do like that purple
Sometimes
background.
the women that take L's are deserving. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes the women that take W's are deserving, and sometimes they're not. But yeah.
On and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's going to happen.
Damn.
Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out.
Can she figure
Sorry
out
in
that?
advance. Women, do not
Well, it's so good we'll give another round at the start of it, I guess, from old Pearl here.
get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's going to happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy.
That's something you always hear about it. They love being it, but it is it said with a smile. I mean, look at this. I love doing dishes. I love doing laundry. You see me? She gets that wild sort of appearance on her. Kind of, you think, there's one store matchup with the other here. If she loves it so much, you might expect a wee bit of a smile.
She is right. A lot of people are going to be single parents. I don't think she really likes being a mom. She seems pretty pissed.
Most of the time being a single mom.
I don't always agree with old MGTOW princess here, but I think in this one, we do see eye to eye.
This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care.
Well, the old quote you had heard many times, it takes a village, was not just for kicks, everyone, was it? That's how it used to be done. So now when you become just one parent here looking after a brood of little hellions, no support system to speak of course, it does get a tad bit more difficult. A tad bit, does it?
How much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers.
It's kind of crazy how women would rather live in poverty than make it work with their baby daddy. Kind of crazy.
It will be fucking hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore, because these men make it so hard. They make it so hard. to be a mom. They take away all of the tender moments of motherhood that you could
Had the infernal garbage truck going by led to a slight pause there, but again, she's going absolutely wild here in this clip. Absolutely wild, and I think it's going to continue a fair bit longer.
have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just fucking surviving, trying to raise these kids, trying to do the best you can.
Give custody to the father. They'll never do it.
And you get $250 a month. What?
Well, that is something that you must ask yourself in the current landscape here. Why is it that all the mothers are so adamant about getting custody of the children here? Why is that the case across so many different ones, if it's that difficult? Now, I had heard a question posed here that was, if you hypothetically were to just remove the entire child support system now, just remove all obligations, anything to do with it, how many fewer loving mothers would you see popping up on screens now if there was no financial incentive on it? Something to think about.
What the fuck? That is pennies. That is the gas money it is taking me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is
Women are so ungrateful.
a nurse. $250 a month. Sorry. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to post this.
I love watching women.
You know, if she's going to post it, that's another thing I have said consistently here now, is that in the modern day, you have all these people filming their private, what should be private rants, just then broadcast out here for all the world to see on them. Now, unless you are some, I don't know, jobless wannabe podcaster sitting in a nice residence here, filming this for the fun of it, that is excusable. Mind you, that is not just excusable, it is honorable. Yes, should be commended. It's commendable. Inspirational even. That sort of thing's perfectly fine. However, this is the quite heavy distinction now. If you happen to be a single mother ranting in your car, maybe you record it, watch it back to yourself, and delete it. No, I take that back because it completes the circle. It's a circle of podcasting here, internet life. If she's not filming these weird shouts into the camera, then how is a handsome, bald commentator going to have anything to react to? They need supply. It's like it's feeding the supply chain here. So I'm going to give them a round of applause. Clap, clap, clap. And keep doing it, ladies. Because it helps feed the cycle.
Women cry on the internet. It's a rite of passage at this point. Sometimes you just got to crash out.
These men will take everything from you. They will promise you so much. They will promise you so much. And it will feel great at first. It will feel peaceful at first. And for some,
they got a sweet whisper.
It's always, again, the one-sided story. Of course, it's always the one-sided story, but naturally it begins at a certain point as well. Where does it begin? Does it go back to the beginning? Where it begins? Does it go to the initial starting point? No. It always takes place at the same spot. Right when what? Anybody? Right when the woman can position herself as the victim. There's never anything before that, you see. The story does not begin way back, taking accountability and seeing where there might be shared blame and that sort of thing, does it? No. Couldn't be. That would reduce the victim narrative to something else entirely. People would be less sympathetic to you. They wouldn't necessarily agree with all your points. But if you can frame your story from the place where you automatically become the victim and there's no back history on it, why, that seems to suit you quite well, doesn't it? Seems to suit you quite well indeed. And you'll see if you can find me a video. Somebody find me one. Send it to me. If there is a video that begins a tale with a woman taking accountability here, Not at the point where she supposedly became a victim, but where she had involvement in it that led to these circumstances. Now, that's not victim blaming. That's a realistic examination of relationships here. Otherwise, you're not going to find every single relationship here always starting at the same point from these women. Just statistically, it is, I'm going to say impossible, but because I'm no genius when it comes to mathematics, I will simply change that to improbable. It is improbable, though seemingly the most common.
Sweet nothing's in your ear. You know how it is. They got to promise you the world. And then some will, we love the ones that betray us. So that's kind of how that goes.
Fucking reason. When you have...
I got a Pearl's purple room there, man. I love those lighting on it. I got to get my lights back for that studio setup.
Have their child, they will abandon you. They will discard you. Even if they don't cheat, even if they don't do anything significant, they'll emotionally turn away from you to the point where
But they never
leave.
They never Wait, what does that mean? They emotionally turn away from you to the point where you leave? Can someone put in the comments what that means? I do speak womanese, but sometimes even there's words I don't understand.
Oh, I think we know what that means. I think we know what that means, indeed.
Back in 2023, I was
What
put
the
on a
hell is this,
government
Pearl?
watch
Get out of
list for
this.
speaking out about men's issues.
Great.
But I'm not giving up. The link is in the
How long
description.
does this go
Join
on
us.
for?
Go.
And another ad. So anyway, I don't understand the appeal of Pearl here either, to begin with. She kind of points out these things here, and I think the men enjoy it because she is a woman criticizing other women. And they think she looks decent enough. Not super high maintenance. But she kind of has many of the traits that she criticizes in others. And to be fair, she has said she doesn't really have any wifely attributes in another video. So it's a little bit of fishing going on there as well. Because, of course, the comments, oh, no, Pearl, you're perfect. Pearl, oh, yeah, I choose you, Pearl. All the good stuff along with it. So she is definitely laying out the hook for the audience, putting out the proper bait.
Future of online speech. With the Audacity Network, me and my community will never have to worry about the consequences of my own actions.
It is not what we were promised. It is not what you think it is. I promise you. And before you come on here and say, oh, well, my situation's not like that. Good for you, honey. You are in the 1% of women that are very lucky because the rest of us...
Now, look at the face. I want everyone just... Well, listen to the sound as well. Take a listen.
don't have that. And the rest of...
Yeah, she's just...
But you get a nice look at the face there. And you imagine that staring at you, shouting, screaming. You did... This is what you're doing to me. I'm emotional... Does this seem like the sort of problem solver that you would be sitting calmly at the dinner table with, discussing something of import, some kind of stressful situation that has arisen? Does this seem like the type of gal who is going to be sitting down there with you for an agreeable, amicable discussion? And imagine this is multiplied across many different topics, many different nights, many different discussions here.
Jealous of the women that didn't take out. Look, sometimes in life, you take an L. I mean, when I was younger, there was a time when I was very in love. And he didn't feel the same. And, it was just an L. And sometimes as a person, as a human being, you love somebody, she doesn't love you back, not in the same way. And it's very heartbreaking when it happens, especially the first time. But I mean, that's, if life didn't have the ups and downs, what would life be? You're not taking any risk if you don't have heartbreak at some point.
us become...
I mean, except for the people that they're just very good at love. Some people are.
single moms. And it sucks because all I wanted was to be a mom. I love being a mom. But the best parts of my motherhood were taken from me. And in fact, the first time I got pregnant, the man said he couldn't have kids and then fought me in court for 5 years. fought me in court for 5 years to take away my son that he claimed.
Well, you see the phrase in there, take away my son. Take away my son. There's no our. It's not ours.
In the beginning, he wasn't even capable of producing because he didn't want to wrap it up at first.
Now, again, should she have taken him at his word for that? Or does she see she claims to have fought in court now for 5 years. Who knows how long it's been after that at this point, but at least 5 years. Bitterness, the rage, hatred still seething, seeping out every pore of the woman here. Seeping out every one indeed. All because she believed his phony story of he can't get pregnant. That's usually, isn't that usually the woman's side of things, isn't it? Oh, don't worry, I'm on birth control. I'm on, got one of those implants. Something they'd tell you, and then whoops, I guess we're part of the 0.001% of things. Ooh, now little Johnny's being born. Where's the accountability here? But,
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you dating?
Yeah.
You gotta really up the guys you're sleeping with, honey. You look like you could have been cute at one point outside of this crash out.
Just
get rid of the chest tattoo, take out the nose ring.
Far too wacky.
You gotta be done with this.
Yeah. Yep. I can't handle it. I can't handle this. I can't handle men anymore. Y'all are liars. You lie to women. You promise us a lot. We are objects to you. We are things that you put on your shelf. I am a human being, and my life is forever changed. My life is forever changed. I will never be the same. My youth was...
There's no...
That's probably as much as anybody here can stomach. I mean, it's good that this sort of thing you can just simply hit the X button on there and have it be read. Have it be gone, float off into the cyber web. You no longer have to see it. You can sit back and have a good little chuckle at what you've just witnessed here. Thank God that doesn't belong to me. Although, for many men, I think one day it might. When they find themselves shacking up with a woman of a certain ilk, and then one day you'll see that shouting down at you. I can't. Give me a few more seconds of it.
No bigger crash out than a woman who wasted her youth on somebody and didn't get what she wanted in return.
Stolen from me. I had to put...
Stolen? I mean, you weren't forced to make that choice, ma'am.
Well, they like to reframe it.
My boots on the ground and become a single mom at 21 years old. I didn't get to live. I didn't get to live. I didn't. My life is not what I wanted it to be.
Oh, my heavens here. Heavens to Betsy now. Where's the accountability on it? It's not what you wanted. Well, so what? Take some action. Fix it up a little here. It doesn't begin by filming these rants to post online. Anyway, we'll just look at it, laugh at it, feel some sympathy, of course. Yeah, many graces extended her direction, and I hope your life improves greatly. But at a certain point, the only way to improve there is finding the accountability, taking it, the responsibility for your own. Moving through that hard path to take. And if you can't do that, then I don't imagine your situation here, the scenario, get any better. So until we meet again, friends, Ghostmas is going to go battle some ne'er-doers online. Time to fire up. Let's go save the world together now.